Hey guys, I just needed to talk for a bit. Something was really bothering me and need to get it out. So I yeah. So today I have this. It's amazing how much like what's going on with my business has everything to do with overcoming my crap with my mom and my family. And so today as you guys know, I've been working on my business um, and the big problem has been that I have been undervaluing myself in my business, and I've been, you know, accepting and setting payments for my services that are significantly less than what they should be. And I understand why I did that at first to an extent, because I was brand new. I didn't know what I was doing, and I was just trying to figure it out. So I didn't want to overcharge, or charge more than I should, and, and all that kind of stuff. But today I was talking to one of my clients who just got acquired by this huge, very wealthy company. And it's really cool because my client's like, you're in, I want to keep you, like, you're staying on, because he's like, these people don't even offer what you offer at all. Like, they don't even have anything set up nearly like what you do. And I'm like, whoa, that's crazy, considering they're super, super wealthy. I mean, we're talking like top 1%, people who own multiple homes in the Hamptons. I'm not kidding. They literally do, so this is really exciting. And this, of course, is great. So anyway, so my client and I were talking, and he was telling me about how he told, the president, who I'm now in connection with, and I'm emailing back and forth with about work. The president actually called him and said, like, I think I might hire April for myself. That's awesome. That's huge, and he was like, how much does April charge? And so my client told me, he said, well, I responded to him saying that, I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure she charges me like this to this much. And the number that he quoted to the president was like half of what I actually charge him. So the fact that my client instinctively knows that what I provide him is worth twice as much of what I actually pay him, or actually charge him, is ridiculous, And so anyway, so he says to the president, yeah, April charges me this much money. And the president still went, that's so cheap, is cool, of course, because that means that there's a really good chance that I'm going to get the president, and I'm going to, maybe someday invited to hang out in one of his homes in the Hamptons, and stuff like that, like, that's really great. It's an amazing opportunity, an amazing deal, and stuff like that. So, I came off that call and I was excited at first, and then this big, overwhelming grief hit me, and I don't think anyone else could understand this except for you guys. Because I feel like it's maybe like what it is like I've been doing so much work on myself, working through so much of this stuff, and I'm in transition, obviously, like, I'm firing clients because, they're too cheap, and others just don't, they just need the opportunity to pay me more. It's just all it comes down to. It's just us having a conversation and such. And that's great. But I feel like at this point, because I feel like it's almost like I'm finally working through this, and now I'm like on the backside of all of this, like, crap that I've believed in, and the lies I've believed in about my value and stuff like that. And like, like, I'm looking back now, or moving away from it, and it's like I feel like I'm finally, like, awake. Like, I finally am starting to understand, like, just how much I've cheapened myself. Like how much I've devalued myself over the years. It's amazing how growing up with an untreated BPD mom, it's like, it's really like there's not a nook or cranny in your soul that they don't affect, and it's hard because you look back and you go like, wow, like, look at how many years I've allowed myself to be cheapened, Like, if I had believed in myself the way I do now, when I first started my business, I wouldn't be in this place that I am financially right now. Like, I wouldn't be struggling like I am right now. And I think it's just kind of like a bona fide grief that I'm having today about it. Because I think if people who haven't been abused don't get this, they don't get why, we process the way we do about things. And, I'm mad, of course, and all of this to an extent. Like, I've got just a large amount of regret right now, for the last few years, because I just, wish I had believed in myself more, and I wish I had, I don't know. I think some of you get this. It's hard when you're 39 and you look back and you're like, wow, all these amazing years I could have spent in such a better place. And I know that, like, you can't hold on to regret. I know, like, you can't, like, I'm not going to wallow in this, but at the same time, it's like, I just have to honor and acknowledge, like, this grief, and in some ways I'm really glad that this grief is happening, because I think it's kind of like that another really healthy step in my whole process, that finally my ego, like the little girl in me that's been so afraid to ask for more money, or so doubtful that, I would get more business or more value, or be seen for my value. I feel like now she's really starting to get it, like, inside of me, and now she's like, oh, like, I really have deserved and needed to be getting paid what I deserve, and not just be, kind of sucked into this cycle with clients who are cheap and have a more scarcity mindset, and so they want the least out of me, the toxic relationship, to have those kinds of people in my life, so anyway, yeah, so it's good. It's good. Like, all of this is good. It really is. But I just wanted to share this with you guys, because I knew it would be a real moment. I know it'd be helpful, because I know that the rest of you who are, struggling with your own things, whether it's believing that you deserve more in a relationship, or believing that you deserve more out of your health or your finances, or believing that you deserve more out of a sense of family, like, like, this is just part of the whole process, like, you have those amazing days and you're like, oh, things are working out and I believe in myself and things are changing in me, and that's amazing. And then you just have those moments of like grief when you're grieving, because I think that's part of the more you become awake in through your healing, the more you realize how much you've really been suffering, and how much, and also too, you're aware of your suffering. I mean, isn't that why so many people just dodge this kind of stuff? They dodge this whole process of healing because, they know if they actually were awake, it would be terrifying to know like how much they've been missing out on in life. But I think that, again, like what we have to do is just acknowledge it and honor it, and then just let it go, and go, okay, yeah, it mattered, my life matters, and what I bring to the world matters. And the only way that I'm ever going to continue to really believe and possess that and own that is by being awake and inhabiting myself. And that process is wonderful, and it's also painful at times too, when you realize what you're facing, or what you feel like you're up against. And but I think we just have to continue to trust in ourselves, trust in our higher powers, whatever we determine that is in our lives, trust in the the people who really are supportive and love us, to help us through it, and I'm so incredibly grateful that like I'm finally really starting to gel with the right people, that I'm starting to see some of my clients who are wonderful, and they think the world of me, and they want to pay me because of that. And others who are coming into my life who are high quality and are the ideal clients, and the ones who are like, of course I want to pay you what you deserve and what you're worth, and things like that. It's really interesting for me how money has been very much like how I deal with money and how I handle money has been very much like how I've dealt with love, and how, I know what I'm worth, and I know what I deserve. And I've known that with love for a while, which has been good. And that's been helping me make healthy choices and putting down healthy boundaries and having healthy expectations of people and learning who to keep in my life, who to let go, and all that kind of stuff. And I think it's the same with money now, and, who's worth it and who's not, yeah, like who am I pursuing that's healthy, and who's pursuing me or I'm pursuing that's toxic, so it's good. I just have to keep moving onward and upward, but I wanted to at least share this very real moment with you guys, and feel free to interject your own stories and thoughts about all of this kind of stuff too that you're going through with your own issues. So I hope you have a good day. Bye.